After a few belly-filling days of exploring the unique cuisine of Oaxaca City, Suzanne and I hit the road and head northwest into the Sierra Mixteca Range to the remote mountain village of Tlaxiaco. This is what I love about Mexico. It was supposed to be an hour-and-a-half drive. We left at 7:30. It is now 11:10. This burro is going to beat us to the maguey plantation. My journey begins with Don Marillo, the patriarch of this ancient village. Don Marillo, he's 75 years old, and his entire life has been spent living in this remote village. And when you walk through this habitat, it looks more like a forest in Vermont. But what makes this place so special is that this community grows an indigenous drink called Pulque. It's been grown here for hundreds and hundreds of years. They also harvest some of the natural goods growing in this forest, so we'll get some to eat and drink. It's springtime in Tlaxiaco, which means Don Marillo is on the hunt. This leads us to a dead log on the side of a trail. Don Marillo says that hiding, thriving in this log is a very special delicacy, a treat called chiricoco. Chiricoco. So to find the chiricoco, we just, ¿dónde?
Acá.
Acá?
Mire.
¿Qué? It's a chiricoco?
Chiricoco.
This right here is the larval stage. It's a grub, and eventually it turns into a beetle. And if it's the beetle that I think he's talking about from my very spectacular Spanish, it's one that almost looks like one of the rhinoceros beetles. ¿Tu comida?
Sí, comer.
¿Es delicioso? ¿Es bueno?
Sí, delicioso.
¿Qué está?
Ya,
Yay! This is the adulto. I'm really ashamed of myself.
Ahí.
I've spent my life studying creatures like this. I can live with the fact that I'm going to eat them. I mean, we're part of the food chain. But it's freaking me out. I mean, look at this thing. It's sort of like, I don't know, I'd expect to see that popping out of the belly of John Hurt in Alien. You want to move this log?
Ajá.
There we go. If you were hankering for a big belly of these wood beetles, look no further.
Hay muchos chiricocos aquí.
Mucho chiricoco. The life cycle of these creatures is pretty fascinating. Basically, what happens is the female, she deposits the eggs in a rotten log like this. Within a few months, they go from egg to these plump larvae like this. And eventually, these guys are not going to find their way to a log, but to a comal, where they will be toasted and roasted, and they will taste delicious. And it's all sustainable. It's all renewable. You come back here in a couple of weeks, find another log, and you can get yourself another meal of chiricoco. Chiricoco. Eventually, we weave our way to Don Marillo's agave or maguey fields. When making tequila or mezcal, you actually use the whole heart of these plants, right? But to make pulque, you just need the natural juices, or agua miel. This is where we get the agua miel, which is turned into the pulque. It really is an incredible art to actually harvest the agua miel. See what he's doing there? He's reaching in and he's scooping out
Agua miel.
agua miel, this sort of milky colored liquid. It's called the agua miel, which means the honey water. Wow. It tastes like honey. It's sweet. Okay. He's just reaching down there into the heart of this maguey plant. You gotta admit, I mean, this is a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we've gathered all that agua miel, and now he's going to scrape it out. It's really amazing. This is what he does, just sort of scrape around. It stimulates the core of this maguey tree. It causes the plant to actually produce the honey water, the agua miel. In 12 hours, Don Marillo, he'll be back at this maguey plant, and he will harvest upwards to a gallon of this agua miel. But in the meantime, we're gonna take this and go make ourselves some pulque, huh?
Fermenta.
Excelente, fermenta. Very good word. He's taken some previously fermented pulque. He's added that agua miel. In basically a half an hour, you have perfectly fermented pulque. It tastes very different from the honey water. It is not sweet. not even slightly sweet. There isn't a lot of alcohol here, but I'm a lightweight. It's got maybe 3 to 5% alcohol.